So once again, we're out here in the Hunter Primal, and as promised after the last hunt, I spent a good couple of hours out here looking for better equipment, and I think we're in a position now where we at least have decent odds of taking out a T-Rex, or at least taking one out where it doesn't actually kill us first. So the big change is we have a 700 now, with 17 rounds of ammo, and finding the gun wasn't that bad, but getting that much ammo took pretty much all of the couple hours that I spent out here, and I just wanted to be at a point where I wouldn't feel compelled to maybe switch to a different weapon, and I think 17 is going to be decent to maybe take out 2 T-Rexes if things go to plan. So that's the entire goal out here. We're going to specifically target T-Rex, and hopefully we can get a couple. That looks like a pretty good one. It kind of looks different than the one we got last time as well. This is a male. 5400 to 5600. Of course, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm right now, so hopefully I remember to turn that down in editing. But we're gonna try this, and I think we're gonna kind of go for the same approach we did with the bow, where we actually got the female one, and that pretty much was getting close and taking kind of frontal chest shots, and hopefully we can kind of work with that animation they do, where they sort of get close and then stop and roar at you. That's what we want to sort of take advantage of. But if he goes that way, I think we can sort of make this work. We just need to sort of get around him, and I'd love to get like a starting shot where he's standing still, where we can make like a decent vital hit, but it's going to depend on what he wants to do and if he actually notices us. I like where he's at though. Just going to be a matter of getting him to stop. That's going to be stopping. Hopefully that's 2 decent hits. They look good. And then what we're going to do is let him try to get close and then sort of scoot out of the way. That seemed to work pretty good before. That's kind of what we're looking for, although he's kind of close. Still alive, my goodness. They are tough. I'm curious what our hits were there, but that was miles better than anything we did with like the 308 and the other weapons we used. We had body, shoulder blade. I think that's our first shots then. I'm not sure like how they're ordered, but then we had 4 in the left lung, 3 in the right lung, leg, heart, stomach, and intestine. We hit like everything, but that's a 2010 score, so I think bigger than our female by 10 from last time. And you know, trophy shot poses in this would be amazing, but that still turned out pretty cool, holding the 700 up front and everything. I like standing in front of them like that. It actually turns out quite nice. But like I said, much smoother than with the bow and like the shotgun and the 308. But I actually heard another one over here, and because we are in a likelihood going to be burning through 700 ammo doing this, I wanted to go to some of the areas that have the better loot, and that's kind of naturally where the T-Rex are anyway. So if we can come up with either more 700 ammo or potentially like the 50 cal or something, that would be quite nice as well. That is a pretty normal female, although, I mean, it's a different color than the female that we shot last time, because the last female was similar to like the color of the male that we just shot, so I don't know. I want to maybe stop by and try to grab this equipment if it keeps going that way. Maybe I'll check and see what the Steam achievement says, because I think it sort of tells you what colors the rares are. So as long as she kind of continues over there, maybe that's the way to do this, because we don't have enough ammo to just shoot everyone we see just yet. And I didn't see the achievement pop up, but actually the male T-Rex that we just shot was actually an uncommon, so I'm really glad we trophy shot that and actually got it. But then as for the female, it seems like the only rare is the battle-worn one, and I'm quite confident that is not what we just saw there. That's a handgun that we didn't have. We have the 44. The 308 is going to be single shot, but I mean, maybe that'll be useful for something, and more compound arrows is definitely a good thing. But anyway, we might kind of avoid that particular T-Rex and go and look for another one. I'd kind of like to know, given the opportunity, like if those shots were displayed in order, because if they were, we might have aimed a little bit too far forward to try to get like lungs on those initial chest shots. So in order to hopefully not disturb anything, I want to try to get this trike with the bow. We saw this go well before. I mean, I guess we can just get whichever one kind of stops for us, if one of them will. Let's go for that. Ooh. Well, that's gonna be difficult to gauge because we dropped it. So, guess we're gonna have to try that again. Kinda proud of the fact that we just insta-dropped the trike. Our shot will do it. But I mean, that's kind of how they were listed before. It was the non-vital organs and then into the vital organs. I don't really get what that would be, but I want to try that again. And what I'd like to do is just get 2 arrows in one and actually drop it, just to see if there's any logic to it. Because I just want to know if that place that we aimed on the T-Rex the first time was actually good or not. So hopefully this time we can just make a normal lung shot. I don't want him to just immediately charge us. See if we can go for that. That should be a lung. Unfortunately, that was not a heart, though. It should only get easier, though, to sort of gauge this. Be nice if we could actually get it, though. I'm quite surprised. Were any of those vital hits? It says intestines, but we might have to hit that again. Luckily, that was enough to bring her down, so at least we don't have to waste any more arrows. But I don't think that would have been the order of the shots. I do think we kind of hit shoulder blade maybe with that first one, but it seems like it's just in some kind of other order. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not necessarily in order of like when the organ was hit, so I'm not really sure we can read into that much as far as where we aimed first for that T-Rex, but if we could get more of like a frontal angle to begin with, then we don't really have to worry about it. This definitely does not seem to be a good combo of time and place to actually encounter a T-Rex, but we have one out here. It is actually a female this time, and it at least looks different than the one that we passed earlier. It's decent weight estimate, basically 6,000 to 6,200 kg, and it's kind of coming our way. I don't know if it knows that we're here just yet, but that's what I was saying earlier, like a frontal chest shot to start with. I think that would be kind of ideal. Trying to pay attention to the speed of the footsteps. It wasn't like trotting at us, so I think we're alright, and it stopped for now. I really want to get that to start with, because I wonder if we can get one down in less than 700 rounds, but the thing is, being above it we know is not good. Ooh boy. Being loaded would definitely be good. I don't know if I want to be that close, actually. We'll see if we can kind of get something a little better lined up. Of course she would kind of turn at us when the hill's in the way. If she'll go back to kind of normal where her head's not blocking our shot. Alright, we need to move real quick here. Barely got out of the way. Still not going down as quick as I had thought. I don't know how we even just got away from that. We need her to go down like the next shot or we're just dead. Oh boy. I did not enjoy using that many rounds, but trying to go at it and not die. So the good news is we're at a place that has good loot, so maybe we can get more 700 rounds, but that's what I was worried about and why I hunted to the point that, or hunted and looked around to the point that we had as many rounds as we did. I don't think we'll trophy shot that one because I don't think it's anything special, but at least we got a second one down, and we've managed to survive 2 in a row now. But unless there are more 700 rounds here, or something even better, I'm not really sure what to do. We could try a combo of that in the bow since we have 5 rounds left, but whatever we did there was not as good as the first one. And I mean, we got another one of those good shotguns, but nothing for 700 ammo, so like I said, we can try it. We'll maybe head down towards one of the areas that we've been to and like look for more loot while we're there. Maybe if we can cross here, but there's almost no way that we get there without encountering another T-Rex. I sort of figured we wouldn't make it too far, but we actually did stumble into this guy's track. It's one of the heaviest estimates I've seen for a male T-Rex, or maybe it is the heaviest, so I'm curious what he's going to end up being. But we did actually kind of luck out and find 5 more 700 rounds, so that could really go a long way to actually helping us bring this guy down, and because he at least has a good chance, I think, of being bigger because he's a higher weight, that's going to be pretty important, I think. But I would call this like the ideal location to encounter one. It's wide open. We got his attention. He's coming our way. I think he's probably not going to stop. So this is going to be like the one earlier that we had to just go for a chest shot on the move. And I think we did okay. Just need to get out of here in time, which hopefully we can. I'm trying to be more patient and actually make good accurate shots. Need to stay out of the way, though. We might be kind of out of luck till we reload. Not sure. Sometimes we manage. to do okay, and then sometimes it just seems like it's more difficult to get around them, but that finally kind of worked out like we were trying to do from the last video, I think, where we sort of dodged a couple of attacks, but 2023 on that guy, I don't know how many times, 7 total hits, so it still wasn't great, and we needed those 2 additional rounds, but not too bad, and I think that'll do for a trophy shot. So I'm still not super sold on the 700 being the way to go for T-Rex. I mean, we got 3 of them down, but I'm definitely worried that if we would encounter the battle-worn female, that we need to basically get, like, I think it's a bigger T-Rex in the end. I'm just not sure the 700 would do it, so hopefully between now and next time we can go and kind of loot again. And actually, it'll be after the time I'm recording this, but before this video comes out. We're probably going to play it on the 12-hour stream a little bit, so maybe even during that we'll find something good, but I'm hoping to maybe find the 50 cal and just see how it does, because I'm a little worried, at least doing it in single player, about using the 700 now. I mean, we've gotten away with it, we've kind of circled around the T-Rex a little bit and made our shots, but it's definitely not been something that I'd feel super comfortable with doing every single time. But maybe it's just a learning curve, we'll have to see kind of going forward. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.